All right, here we go with the Holy Roller Challenge. I'm gonna roll out a strategy that I use on cruises. When I go on a cruise, I play craps to get a free cruise. And what better way to play craps and get a free cruise while you're on a free cruise? And so I'm gonna roll out a strategy and you roll along, play along, bet along, and let's see how you do. Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to start with $500, and let me know in the comments below how much you end up with at the end of this. I'll count mine up and we'll see. All right, Holy Roller Challenge, here we go. Welcome to the Holy Roller. If you're a craps and or cruising enthusiast, then you're in the right place. Today I'm going to show you more about the game of craps on a cruise so we can play in such a way to potentially increase our bankrolls and get that offer for a complimentary stateroom for two on our next cruise. Yes, a free cruise offer. Remember, holy means different, distinct, and devoted, and that's how we roll. So let's get rolling. What's up, everybody? We're going to roll out a strategy that I use on the craps table while on a cruise so that I can maximize my play time at the table and earn extra points by staying at the table. All right, so I have a $500 bankroll. 25, we have $425 chips, 90 in $5 chips, and 10 in $1 chips. And so what we're going to do is we're going to roll out a strategy from the don't pass. Now, the pass meaning once we get a point established, say we roll an 8 and it goes to 8, we'd have to roll an 8 before a 7 in order to pass. And then if we don't pass, meaning that we'll roll a 7 before an 8, that pays here. This would lose on a 7, this would win on a 7. So we're going to start right here, and that is not on the come out. This actually wins on a 7, 7 and 11. This will lose on a 7 and 11. So you have to get past the first come out roll to establish a point. This wins on 2 and 3, and then it pushes or bars on 12. But let's select some dice and let's get rolling. All right, so we're gonna roll right now and get and establish a point. So the point is not a point. All right, remember, this would have won. If it was right here, it would have won. Right here, it loses. You have to get past that first 7. So we're starting our session $25 down. So let's put another 25 there and get past this first come out and get a point established. Oh, 3. Look at that. It came right back to us. We're just going to put it in our rack. And let's get a point established. Come on. We need a point established. How about a 9? A 5, 4, 9. All right, so we're going to mark the puck there. Now we need to roll a 9. The shooter would need to roll a 9, or us, if we're the shooter, we need to roll a 9 to win, but we're actually betting on the 7. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do a 6, 7, 8 strategy. We have $25 here. So we're going to put $24 on the 6 and 8. We'll put $12 each. 6 and 8 have to bet in increments of 6. So 12, 18, 24. But we're just going to do 12 and 12, which equals 24. So we don't want a 9, but we want a 6 and 8. 6 and 8. And then if a 7 comes, we'll actually make $1 on that, because we would get paid 25 for our 24 if a 7 comes. Watch what happens with this strategy. Let's see if we can miss that 9. All right, let's get a 6 or 8. Come on, 6 or 8. There is midnight, or 12 midnight, if you would. 6, 6 midnight. That does nothing for us, but let's roll again, and let's get an 8. All right, a 6, 2, 8. So the 6, 2, 8, $12 pays $14. So we're going to get $14 like this. All right. A lot of times they'll say, give me $1, because they'll give 15 for 1. So instead of doing that, I'm going to take $1 out of my rack and then give the dealers $1. They'll give me $15. Okay. So then I'll take this $15, put it on the 9. All right. We were in the darkness. Now we're light in the darkness. All right, here we go. Now, it doesn't matter what rolls. Now we want, oh, just in time. Look at that. All right, so we got the 5, 4, 9, which means we lose this. Okay, so we lose this here. And $15 pays $21. All right, so let's look at our winnings here. We'll take away this 1 because we threw in a 1. If you remember, we threw in a 1 right here. So that goes back in our rack when we threw it in for that 14 and it paid 15. All right, so now that 25 we lost is right here. And we have a 10 extra dollars. All right, so we made $10 on that shooter. Let's go ahead and just stack our winning there, our $25 there. We'll go ahead and switch it out. And now we are going to establish another point. Same hot shooter. The puck goes off, same hot shooter. Here we go. And we're going to establish a point. And it is, whoop, that flipped, but it was a 6. So it was a 6 for 10. So the point becomes 10. All right, so point becomes 10. Now remember, we're $10 up. I don't know if you remember, but we had $10 extra that we won on that hand. So we could use our earnings, our $10, and we can put it on the 10 just to kind of use our earnings to cover this. All right, but we want 6 and 8. That's what we want, 6 and 8. So let's get a 6 and an 8. All right, so there is a 4, hard 4, 2, 2, 4. All right, here we go. And now we're going to get a 6 or an 8. How about that? And it is a 7 out. It was off the screen, but it was a 7 out. All right, with the 7 out, now you know we lose all of these. And then we win 25. So we have 25 that we win on that 7 out. Now, we took our profit of $10 and risked it on that one. So now we are still even. We're still even. So let's have another roller come out and let's establish on that don't pass. And we'll go ahead and pick 2 dice and we'll pick a pair and throw them in the air for establish a point. And the point is 6. All right, a 5, 1, 6. Point is 6. So now we're on the 6, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a 5 and an 8. All right, so we're going to pick a different number than a 6. We're going to do 5 and 8 right there. And if you notice, we have a difference of $3 for this. What we could do is we could take our $3 and just put it on that hard 6 just in case the hard 6 or the 6 comes hard. All right, so there's $25 there, $25 there. All right, if the 6 comes, let it be hard, but we want, and hard 6 meaning it shows 3 and 3. All right, so that's the only one way it can roll, and let's do a 5 or an 8. That's what we want. That's what we want. Okay, there is another hard number to roll. Only one way to make 2. All right, 1 and 1. All right, here we go. Let's make it, and it is a 4. All right, we're making our way up. 5 should be next, right? 5 should be next. Here we go. Get that 5. And it is 11. Yo, 11. All right. That does nothing for us because we want a 5 or an 8. Come on. And it's a 7 out. Now, what that does is it washes. So let's count it up. All the money that we had out there, let's count it up. It is 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $25 for that $25. So all the money that we had out there at risk, we actually got back right there, just like that. So let's go ahead and let him pay it back. And now we're gonna try another shooter. So here's another shooter, and it is going to be, puck is off. Got the 25 on the don't. Let's go and see what happens. We got, oh, a 7. A 7. Well, that turned. It was 5, 2, 7. So we lost this right here. And let's go back up and let's shoot again. Establish that point. Get that point established. And it's a 4. A 3, 1, 4. All right. So the point is 4 there. So now the point is 4. And we're going to go ahead and do our 6, 7, 8 strategy. We're playing the 7 here. We got our 6 and 8 here for 12 each. Let's roll and get a 6 or an 8 before that 4. All right, there's a 5. That's what we needed last time. A 2, 3, 5. But let's need the 6 and 8. That's what we want, a 6 or an 8. Oh, and there's the 4. The 4. Everybody's happy. We lost this because we were playing for the 7, not the 4. All right, puck goes off, and we don't lose that money. But let's go ahead and reestablish here. And same shooter to establish a point. Let's see what the point is. And the point established is 6. And so the point is 6. And so we're going to go ahead and move to the 5. We'll take this. We'll put it on the hard 6. Why not? We're down, so let's just keep it like that. All right. So let's roll a 5. Oh, sorry. The point has been established, and the puck is on. Game on. But we want to miss that 6 and hit a 5 or an 8. Let's do it. 5 or an 8. There's a 5. All right. So now once we have a 5 that hits, remember we're going to pay 1, and they're going to give us 15 because it's a $14 win. 1 for 15. Actually, instead of doing the 1 for 15, let's just let them pay us the $14. Okay? Because they'll pay us the 14. We'll put 12 of it right there on the 6, okay? And let's rack this other 2. All right, that's where we're at. 1 hit, and now everything's breaking even, I think. Let's see. Let's get a 5 or an 8 and keep this going. There's a 4, hard 4, 2, 2. And now let's get that 6. No, not the 6. There's an 11. Let's get a 5 or an 8. That's what we want, 5 or an 8. We don't even want, nobody at the table wants a 7, and neither do we. Of course, right when I said 7, it said, oh, 7? There you go. All right, so then we got our 20. Let's just take 25. And we'll take this $11 and put it in the dealer's, the casino, and get our $25 back. So we're just going to do that if that makes sense. So we got our $25 back. We'll go ahead and put it in our rack. And now puck goes off. And we're going to establish a new shooter and a new point right now. So let's see. And let's see what they roll. And the come out roll is a 6. Point is 6. And with a 6, we mark the 6. And then we get a $12 8. And then we'll do a $10 5. All right. So there's that. And then because we have an extra $3 for this 25, even though we're still down, we're keeping track of where we're at. We're going to do a hard 6 for 3, just in case it comes. But let's go ahead and roll that 5 and 8. And there is a 5, a 4, 1, 5. We're going to let the dealers pay us in ones. So there's the 14. We're going to go ahead and put 12 on the 6, and why not make this look like 5? So now this looks like 5 because we're a little bit behind. We're hoping for that hard 6 if it comes. Everybody at the table's hoping for it too. You were playing dark. Oh man, and that's what happened. So it didn't hurt you, but you were playing the dark side. Darkness, light in the darkness. Once you hit 1 hit, you get you put it on the point, and it doesn't hurt you. So let's go ahead, let's get our, that's 12 and 12, and then we're going to get that right there for our 25 to match this. All right, so that's our winnings for that 7 that rolled. So let's go ahead and rack this up. And we didn't really want the 7, and nobody at the table did either. So it's like first coming out, people are going to be like, oh, you're betting against the shooter. No, we're not betting against the shooter. We're betting with the dice. That's how that works. All right, so here we go. Let's establish a point here, and we roll it, and it's a 4, a 3, 1, 4. So the point is established as a 4, and we're going to go ahead and do a 6 and an 8 for $12 each, right there. And 6 and 8, $12 each. And let's roll for a 6 or an 8, right? 6 or an 8. There is a 10. There's a 10. We want a 6 or an 8. 6 or an 8. Wow, back-to-back hard 10s. How'd that work? All right, here we go. And it is a 7 out. All right, 7 out. All right, big money there because we actually made a profit of $1 on that shooter. If we do that 24 more times, we'll I'm just gonna leave that set up and leave this set up and take this dollar and rack it, because we'll set that up anyway. So let's get another point coming out, and let's grab these and let's establish a point. So we roll, and the point is 9. I don't know if you can see that. There we go, 9. The point is 9. So we don't have to move this stuff here. And here we go. Let's get a 6 or an 8 before a 9. That's all we ask. That's all we ask. There's a 4, a 2, 2, 4. And here we go again. And it is a 9, a 6, 3, 9. That means we lose here. All right. We don't lose this, so that stays up. Let's reestablish. Put our don't there. And let's have the same shooter come out with a number of 5. Of course, the other side. I don't know if you ever noticed that, but the other side of 9 is 5, or 5 is 9. So if I take these and turn them straight over, it's a 9. 5. So they fell like that, or they fell like that. Same thing with a 6 and an 8. The opposite sides are like that. So you have a 6. If you have a 6 here, you have an 8 on the other side. And then the 4s as well. So even if you had, let's see, let's do a 1, 3, 1, 3, 4. The opposite of a 4 is, guess, 10. You got it. And so whenever you see one side, you know the other side is like that. So this one was a 5 that we rolled, so the point is 5, and so we want a 6 or an 8, and that would be great. Here we go. And that is a 5, back-to-back 5s. This strategy, oh my goodness, we are losing a little bit, but not much. All right, so here we go. So we're at the table still. We still got a large bankroll. We've been rolling this whole time. This is the 6, 7, 8 strategy, or I like to call it the light and the darkness, because what we're going to do is we're going to start in the darkness, start on the dark side, some people would say, and then we establish a point, and the point is 9, going back and forth with those 5s and 9s. So the point is 9. So now all we need is one hit, and then we place the 9, and that is the light in the darkness on the dark side. So let's get a 6 or an 8. That's how it needs to go for us, not like this. All right. So everybody at the table's happy, and they're probably happy because, oh, that's what you get for betting against the shooter. No, we're betting with the dice. Of course, if we would have bet with the dice, we would have made that 9, I guess, if we would have bet the point, because the dice have been doing 5 and 9, 5 and 9. All right. So just to show you how things work, what we'll do is, let's do this. $25. We're going to take this down. Okay, so because we didn't lose this, we lost our 25. Okay, just to show you what can happen is we're going to do that right there. We're going to same hot shooter coming out. Let's see what it is. It's a 10. All right. Now 5s and 9s have been coming up, or the opposite. So we can either choose to go the 10 go to the 4. The 4 would be the other side. So, like that. So, let's see. We got a 10. 4 would be the other side. Or, there's been a lot of 9s. So, why don't we just do this? Like 25 for 25. We're going to bet that 9 like that. Okay? And so, $25 9 would pay $35. Let's see if we can get some money back and hit a 9. Oh, and a 7 came. And a 7 came right away. Wow, that was quick. And so, broken, even, broken, even. All right, so let's get this set. Let's do it again. We're gonna instead of doing the 6 and 8 for $12 each. Oh, there's a 7. Wow, we lost that again. Wow, we've been losing, but you can see our bankroll isn't depleted that much. All right, so here we go. That was a winner on the front line. All right, and so there we go, a 10, back to the 10. All right, so we have the 10. And now that we have the 10, we're going to go ahead and go big on that 9 again. All right, we want the 9. Let's get that 9. All right, here we go. And it's a 4, of course. Remember I talked about the other side of the 10 is the 4. And sometimes that's the way it works. But that was a 4 and not a 9. So how about that 9? Let's get that 9. All right, you can't see that, but it is a 9. All right, so 9 hit. All right, so 9 hit, and 9 pays. It pays 35. So let's just put the $10 there. Let's rack this because we've been losing those like hotcakes. All right, let's get another 9 would be great. And it is another 9. Oh, wow, that was perfect for us. All right, so then we have another 35, okay? And then we're gonna put it right in here. And so then let's bump this to 15, and we're gonna rack this other 5 as well. All right, so here we go. Let's roll. We're just oh, there's another 9. Wow. So what we did is we took our strategy, modified it because all those 9s were hitting, and so we went to 9 and they're still hitting. So you'll find that on the table. So we get another $35. All right, so now we're kind of broken even a little bit, maybe up a little bit. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put this $10 on the 5, okay, and rack that 25, okay. So the other side of the 9 is the 5. So let's see if that shows up. The 4 showed up. The 4 showed up. See, it's trying to go that way. It's trying to go that way. Let's see if we can get that 5 or 9. 5 or 9. All right. And there it is, a 9 again. 9 again. All right. So this time we're gonna do this, and why don't we do this 8? We'll do a $30 8 because now we're into big money in a way, but we're making the most of every opportunity here. And there's the 5. The 5. So the 5, I'm gonna throw in $1. Okay. They're gonna give me 15 for that. And then I'm just gonna take it to 25. All right, so there's 25. All right, so here we go. Let's see if we can get a 5, 8, or 9. Right, because we're playing them dice off the table. Dice off the table. Found it. No roll. Dice off the table. Let's get a 9 or a 6. Oh, no, not a 6. I said 6, but that's what hit. We didn't have a 6. All right, here we go. Let's get a 5, 8, or not a 6. All right, let's get that 5, 8, or 9. How about it? How about it? There's the 8, and it's a hard 8. So there's the hard 8. So this also pays $35. Let's go ahead and grab that 6 and rack the 5. Now, this is where you're at. We've been rolling for a while, and so we have maximum opportunity except for that 4. And there's an 11. All right, so the horn numbers 2, 3, 11, 12. We're not hitting because they're in the field. We could take this 9, put it there, and make 25 or $10 on every roll. Let's see what happens. All right, a 9. Now, you might say the 9, you would have made 35 here, but we made 25 instead. So actually I took that on my rack. We're just gonna pay that 9. All right. So now we should win on every single number, even the 4. Okay. There's the 9 again, and we should have known that the 9 would be rolling. But the only numbers that aren't in the field is 5, 6, and 8. So if you have 5, 6, and 8 covered, then this is not a sucker bet like they call it a sucker bet. It's a 1-roll bet, but you'll see if we hit, wow, dice off the table again. No roll, no roll. Let's see what we get here. And it's an 8. All right, you'll see. So an 8, it loses here, but it pays 35, so we're up $10. Now, if you wanted to make 25 or 10, you would do that. If those numbers are hitting more, you could reverse this around and play 10 here, and then you would win 25. But we're going to stick with there's more numbers for 25, so we're going to stick with that, and we're going to rack that. So let's see where we're at. One more hit. There's the 10. All right, now, so the 10, we lose here, we win it there, and then a $15 10 pays 28, 29, It just depends on where you're at, but most of the time it's we're gonna go with 28 on that 15. So let's go ahead and rack this, and we'll rack this. And so we'll see where we're at, because we could just keep going, and so we're just we're gonna take all of our money down to see where we're at for this session. Now the session will go up and down and up and down. You probably saw it going up and down, up and down. And of course when I switched, then it got a little bit more aggressive. But let's go ahead and count this up. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 100, 200, 300, 75, and there is that's 500. So our profit is, we got 100 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100, and 20, 25, 32. So we profited 132 in that session, and we lost a couple of the don'ts when they were hitting points, but sevens didn't hurt us, and a lot of sevens came, a lot of points came, but we still ended up, and it was basically on that last roll. But hey, until next time, become a holy roller, win some free cruises by getting points, and that's how we roll.
Wait, before you go, one more thing. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and become a holy roller with me so I can see you cruising and rolling at a craps table soon. Oh, hey, and check this video out for more tips and tricks on how you can get that offer for a free cruise. Thanks for watching.